Welcome to Videoland.
Mega high!
Wake up, Kid Icarus.
Welcome to Castlevania.
It's Congo Land.
Mother Brain will get you, little princess.
Princess, the palace is under siege!
Behold, the ultimate warp zone.
Kevin, I thought I told you to clean up your room. Whoa!
Captain N, the Game Master. Deep within the brain-shaped world of Metroid, a strange experiment will soon have an unexpected effect on Captain N, the Game Master.
How are you coming with my little monster, Dr. Wily?
His body is finished, Mother Brain!
Good! Then he's ready to challenge Captain E.
Not yet! I need to program his brain first. But for that, we'll need this special device I invented. Just emit it, Captain N. And it will record his memory of the past down on this tape. Then, all I have to do is program the data into my creation, and he will become Captain N's greatest challenge.
Sounds delightful. We better get started.
Oh, you beautiful peach, you. Oh, come to Eggy. Boy, that was one heavy dream.
And remember, no foul-ups this time, you incompetent slobs!
Hey, have we ever fouled up, Mother Brain?
Can I give you one tiny vote for every time you've messed up my plan?
Are you nuts? That would be 1,000,000 votes.
Meanwhile, at the Palace of Power,
Wow, they sure have some weird movies in Videoland, hey, Duke?
Let's see what's on channel 4212. Oh, my favorite, Wombat Man.
I just want to know one thing, Bruce. Are we going to try to love each other?
Probably not. Now, where did I leave the keys to the Wombat Mobile, anyway?
Hey, what happened to the picture?
Oh, must be the antenna again. I'll call the repair crew.
Here, let me help you with those dishes, Princess.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, please.
There's someone at the door, Kiss.
I'll get it. Who are you?
TV repair eggplant. Repairman.
My, you sure got here fast. Don't I know you from someplace?
Oh? Well, I've never been to someplace. Been no place special a few times, but never someplace.
Oh. What's wrong with it?
Well, it's obvious. Isn't it, Dr. Boob Tube?
Yeah, sure, it's, your, Flugelbeams. Yeah, that's it. They've been short-circuited by your bumper wonkies. Wouldn't you agree, Dr. Deadmeat?
Yes, well, we better get to work before I get creamed. I mean, so we can fix your screen.
Quick, give me Dr. Wily's gizmo, jerk breath.
I could have sworn I put it next to the cauliflower. Beat it, Fleabag!
Will you stop fooling around?
Hi, handsome.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that, channel. Now, give me that gizmo, will you? There. Now, according to Dr. Wily, all we have to do is turn it on, and it'll record Captain N's worst fears onto this tape.
The repairman will have the set fixed in a jiffy, your dimpleness.
What are you talking about? The repair crew isn't coming till tomorrow.
Then who are... Ah.
That's Simon's memory, you stupid blimp! You're aiming at the wrong guy! Can't you do anything right? Huh? No!
I feel funny.
Kevin!
Got it. Let's get out of here.
It's Eggplant Wizard and King Hippicus.
So long, Captain S and the sucker team!
Are you all right, Kevin?
Man, that was the weirdest feeling. As if someone was peeking into my darkest memories. And there was someone from my past. But I can't remember who it was.
We got it, Mother Brain.
Excellent. You shall be well rewarded.
memories of Captain N's are all I need to bring my creation to life.
Don't just stand there.
Party pooper.
It worked! He's perfect! Behold, the ultimate game master!
The next morning at the Palace of Power...
Feeling any better this morning, Kevin?
Much. Thanks.
Sorry to interrupt your video plate.
What do you want, Mother Brain?
Oh, I just called to give Captain N my regards. I do hope you enjoy your retirement.
Retirement? What are you talking about?
Didn't you hear? You're not the game master anymore. You're second best now. Meet the real game master.
Hey! You can't scare me with your shadows, Mother Brain.
Maybe not. But prepare to meet your match, Captain N.
Your Highness, there's a mega emergency call coming in.
Kevin, you gotta help me.
Mike Vincent?
You know him?
Yeah, he goes to the same school I do. Hey, Mike, how were you able to call me from home?
I'm not home. I'm here in Videoland on Castlevania. Mother Brain sucked me through my TV screen. She sent this Game Master guy after me. Kevin, come quick. Please.
You've got to go to Castlevania and help your friend.
But he's not my friend.
What?
Well, that's what's so weird. Mike is my worst enemy. Ever since I was a kid, he's been beating me up.
Friend or foe, he needs our help, I guess.
Right. We've got to warp to Castlevania immediately.
Wow. Me rescuing me, Mike Vincent. What a concept.
A short while later on the creepy world of Castlevania.
Oh, Castlevania's a big place. How are we gonna find Mike?
Just leave it to Simon Belmont, vampire hunter. Not to mention finder of lost dogs, pussycats, and loved ones. On second thought, Kevin would rather be the one to find his friend.
Relax, Simon. Duke will handle it. See if you can pick up the scent, boy. Come on!
Oh, great. Not only can't he find Mike, but now he's got us lost, too. What's wrong? Is it my hair? Is there something in my nose?
Mike, you okay? We thought you were in trouble. The whole N team is here to help.
Don't be a twerp, Keen. I don't want your help. I want your hide. Let's see if your N team can handle my M team. M for monsters, that is.
It's a trap, I guess.
You're looking looking at the new Game Master of Videoland. Let's see how good your end team really is, Lame Master.
Hold it! I want a snapshot of this for my album.
Whoa, whoa!
Got it! And I got you, too!
You look like you need someone to hug.
Shoot him, Kitty! Shoot him!
Whatever you say, Your Highness.
I said shoot him, not invite him to a party.
But it's a bon voyage party, see?
Look who's the Game Master now, Keen. I even got your girl, just like the good old school days, eh?
I'll get you for this, Mike, I swear it!
Now that I've got the real Game Master on my side, nothing can stop me from conquering Videoland! You see, he's not really Mike Vincent. He's an android duplicate designed to beat Captain N.
A what?
That's right, dude. 1,000 megabytes of memory, and all of it programmed to get you.
That's what I felt before. You pulled Mike out of my memory. He's not even real.
Oh, he's worse than real. He's everything you're afraid of rolled into one.
Come on, Keen. Just you and me through the worlds of Castlevania. Winner is the real Game Master. Loser gets lost.
I don't know.
No, I've already won. You don't need to prove anything. Destroy Captain N.
Who asked you, bird brain?
What?
Looks like you programmed him too well, Mother Brain.
First one through is the winner. What do you say, dude?
You're on, dude.
Looks like I won, dude. You're gonna be the Grave Master now.
If you were really programmed from my memories of Mike Vincent, then you can't be all bad.
Want to bet?
Yow! But what about the good times Mike and I had together before he turned into a bully? Like when he and I camped out in my backyard in sleeping bags. Or how about when we dressed up as girls and snuck into Susie's sleepover party? Okay, it's up to you. Are Mike and I going to remain enemies, or can we be friends?
After I conquer Megaland, I think I'll rename it Motherland.
Kevin?
Too bad, Princess. Looks like my android is the only game master now.
Guess again, lame brain.
What? Oh! Destroy them! Dr. Wily, quick! The secret weapon!
Kevin, look out!
Mike!
Ow! Oh! Ah.
Enjoy the warp home, mother brain. Thanks for saving me, buddy.
You were right, Kevin. Mike was a decent guy underneath. Don't worry about me. I'm just an
You really are the game master, Kevin.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Well, Captain N, didn't I tell you you could beat Mike Vincent?
I did better than beat him, Simon. I became his friend again.
Kevin, I thought I told you to clean up your room.
Captain N, the Game Master.